Hey, it's me, Phantom, and or Halo, as other people know me as. But I know it has been over a year since my last video, and I think it's time for an update on me and Playing Crazy, or at least my opinion and thoughts on Playing Crazy. So I'll have timestamps in the description, but for y'all that still care, for me, I've moved on the other side of the continent, which has been a big part of my life and has changed a lot of things, such as my health and um, my social life, where my health itself has started to deteriorate a little, where my eyesight's gotten a little worse and my hearing's gotten worse. And school has been really rough on me, so I'm trying to pass and graduate sometime soon. And then probably head on over to college. So there's all that. Just a lot's been going on. I've been working 2 jobs and all that. And haven't been able to go on much voice chats recently. And I know a lot of my friends were like, why are you never on them? It's just sometimes I'm not really in the mood to. And when I am, I love to, but it's rare when I want to be playing and they or other people can or want to. But anyways, about Playing Crazy is, yeah, it's been over a year since my last Playing Crazy video. And the issue of Playing Crazy is this is coming from someone who's been playing it since about 2016. Actually, I think it's more around 2015, like mid to late 2015 is when I started playing it, but I didn't get back into it until like 2017. But the issue of Playing Crazy is it's changed a lot. The community's changed a lot. I've been through every single major like time skip or timeline, I guess, where the first few YouTubers that were notable were Briggsday. I don't remember a whole lot. I really only remember Briggsday. If I forgot you, I'm sorry, but I've been through all of those. People like where the new YouTubers come and go. I've been in some of their videos, such as Presinator is probably the biggest one, and Dragon Platinum. But it's changed a lot from when I remember in 2015 up till about 2018, 2019. It was still a fairly simple game. There was not too many sweats. It was still really enjoyable. Where I couldn't wait to get home from school and play it with friends. And then 2020 rolled around where we're all locked up. And that's when motor locking started to get used heavily. I used it in some of my builds before. It might be hard to tell in some of my old videos, but I remember using it to lock folded builds to prevent them from moving. But Playing Crazy is all during 2020 had a bunch of these factions, you could say, with me being a part. The first one created where we had a giant group server of all the leaders, and I was a part of that. And then I became a part of Borshuna and went through all this stuff, which I'm not going to get through. There's probably going to be a History Borshuna video out someday, but with all the sweats coming out in 2020, it was Playing Crazy is probably at all-time high, because you had the sweats, but you also had a bunch of creative builds, and you had all the new YouTubers, which were creating a bunch of tutorials, which is something I don't like. I don't like the YouTubers, but it's the tutorials. My purpose for being in it, having a YouTube channel was to give people ideas, not to have them copy and paste others. I wanted to create, like, my most recent tutorial that was a year ago was like a chassis or a starting point for some people to give them an idea of what they should do and where to go off of that. But I only reached maybe 1,000 views, not much, so I kind of stopped playing Crazy though, because it's not changed since 2020, and it's about the middle of 2023 with Rick J not having any major not attacks, updates. Mad Attack isn't really a part of it anymore, and Playing Crazy 2 being delayed for over a year and a half, 2 years now, from what I remember starting. So you have these pop-up games such as Mechanica and Flight Point, which I've tried both. I like Flight Point, but I just can't get into it because they all have the same issue for me, where it's cool to play for like a build or two, but then I lack motivation to continue. especially with Playing Crazy. Like, I'll release a video sometime soon on my newest builds, and then one build that I do have that is worthy of a video itself. But besides that, the rest of the game is kind of outdated and not really gaining much, because the Discord server is not toxic anymore, but we still don't see many good builds. So, in my opinion, Playing Crazy is pretty much fallen. I don't know if I'll continue playing it, especially with how my life is. So, I felt like this video needed an update. I don't know if I'll even continue YouTube or I'll post any more videos, maybe a few more, but that's about it. So, I'm sorry guys, but I'll see you around.